hard to get the man who has everything. Trying to fit myself into a schedule and a wedding ring. Trying to eat everything. I was raised to come across my plate, then I better swing. Trying to turn Confederate flags into...
Okay, now we're live. All right. But yeah, anyways, I was just saying, like, the one thing I hate about iPhones is that they're just like...
all the same.
Yeah. Not, I mean, and that's not even the bad thing. It's just that they're very uniform and kind of like boring. Like, because I've had an iPhone my whole life.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm
Your
just,
whole life, dude, since you were a baby.
Yeah, since came out the womb with a iPhone 10 in my hand.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean, if anyone did, you did, ASAP.
yeah,
Like, honestly.
I mean, look at my setup. Not trying to brag or anything.
True, dude. But I get what you're
Apple
saying. I
sponsor
mean, me too. Me too. I definitely missed that about my Samsung, how customizable it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you jailbreak your iPhone,
Yeah,
kind of similar, in a way at least. But
a little bit. Anyways, welcome to episode 5.
episode 5.
Episode
dude.
5 of the Nobody Asked podcast. My name's Andrew.
Mitchell.
Yeah, welcome. But speaking of jailbreak, the newest jailbreak for the iPhone just dropped. I don't know if any of our listeners are into that sort of thing, but I definitely am. And now my iPhone looks and behaves
Crazy. I don't know.
more dopely than Mitchell's.
I don't know. I don't know if I would agree with that. I mean, some of it does look cool.
Some of it's like just for convenience stuff. Like, I don't know.
And then that other thing you just showed me is like just for inconvenience.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want your apps?
I found that program that lets me like, so there's a program when you download jailbreak that lets you like make your app spin like really fast.
Continuously.
Continuously.
So you can't even tell which apps are which because they're all
And it's
clear
really
also.
annoying,
Yeah, no, that's just terrible. I don't know why
I
you would do that.
hate that.
I guess if you were like tripping off something and you wanted to like trip more,
Yeah, but then
turn that on and
for
like
30 seconds and you're like, oh, okay.
you won't be able
All
to
right,
like
this is annoying. I'm done
yeah,
with
no,
this.
you won't be able to do anything with your phone. But
Yeah.
that is funny though.
Damn. All right. Well, we have a lot of things to talk about today. We, of course, we missed the Monday mark for our podcast again.
It's
This time
Tuesday.
it was my fault. We're recording on Tuesday, yeah. I think it's safe to say that it was my fault.
It's all good. I
Yeah.
mean, is what it is. Things come up.
Yeah. But I think the main thing we want to dive into is the award show that happened.
The Oscars, dude.
I guess we could talk about the Oscars. But I was more referring to the Academy Awards.
Same
But
thing.
you're into music, so.
Same thing, dude.
It is?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
believe
not.
so.
No, you're tripping.
Your roommate just not your roommate, your housemate or whatever.
He just said it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, he's a fucking idiot. That's not true.
I'm going off his word.
That's not true at all.
But the Academy Awards, if you're talking about a different thing, that happened like a month ago.
Well, then how come it's like just coming out that people won the award?
That was the Oscars, dude.
Well, then
The viewers will back me, dude. The Oscars happened 2
the
days
viewers
ago.
can suck my dick too. Honestly,
Yeah, dude.
what I thought the Oscars was music.
Grammys are music.
Oh yeah, that's okay. It is Oscars. It is Oscars.
See, look. Oh, look.
Oh, there are-
Oh,
it
it is the same thing. ASAP's
Fuck
just eating
off.
his words.
Oh my
dude.
god. Oh my god. All right.
So yeah, there's
well,
Best Picture, Green Book, which apparently ASAP didn't really like. I loved that movie.
I was not a fan.
Give your take. Give your 30 seconds of why Green Book shouldn't have won.
It was a quality movie. I enjoyed it. I just don't think compared to the other contenders up against the same award that the Green Book won for.
Really?
I think others.
See, I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it. Okay,
done
so
better.
out
It
of
did do
the
better.
out of the 8 movies that were nominated for that, I
Uh-huh.
saw 4 of the 8. I
Uh-huh.
saw Black Panther, A Star Is Born, Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
I would be pretty confident in saying, in my opinion, Green Book was the best one of those 4 that I saw. I didn't see the other 4 though.
Who
so,
was nominated again? Where do I? I guess we go to winners.
well, that's just gonna show you the winners though.
Oh, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't show me the.
If you search
nominations.
like Best Picture Oscars, it came up for me. Black Klansman was nominated. Vice, The Favorite, I believe it's called. And then there was one more movie. What was it?
Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman, A Star Is Born, Roma, Green
Roma,
Book,
yeah, there
Vice,
you go.
Favorite, and Black Panther. So I definitely would have picked Roma if it were up to me.
I didn't see that, so I can't give a.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Out
it's really good, and I don't want to talk about it because I want you to just see it without any
Okay. Yeah.
opinions.
I
on
mean,
it.
it's not in theaters anymore, though, right?
No, but
Okay.
it'll be on.
Yeah, I can
it'll
find
be,
it
it'll be
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw 4 of the 8. I really liked the 4 that I did see. I would say probably
Yeah.
the worst one out of the 4 was probably Black Panther. Not that it was a bad movie.
For sure.
I didn't think Black Panther was.
I love Black Panther, and I watched it like 4 times, but it was easily by far the worst. Actually, no, I would disagree. I think I think A Star Is Born is worse than Black Panther.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they were both. I would say just about average movies.
Yeah.
I didn't think A Star Is Born was great. A lot of people really liked it, and as a musician, you would think. I think a lot of people thought I would like it.
Yeah.
But I didn't really enjoy it that much. I think it was really slow at parts.
It was slow. It was hard to follow, and I think Bradley Cooper kind of phoned that one in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I agree with you. But yeah, I thought Bohemian Rhapsody was a great movie. I didn't think it would be a Picture of the Year nominee.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
But I did really, really like the movie. And then Green Book, I actually saw it this year, so that's why a couple episodes ago we did my top 10 of 2018. And it wasn't up there because I didn't see it last year. I saw it this year.
Okay.
But it would have been in my top 10. I don't know where it would have been, but this year I would say it's the best movie I've seen so far. Either that or The Mule.
Yeah. Oh yeah, The Mule was good. I don't know why that wasn't up there.
I think that came out like after the deadline, but I don't really know.
Oh, okay. I'm frustrated with Bohemian Rhapsody being on here.
Really?
Because it's so easy to tell a story that's already been told before, and
I mean that's what a lot of movies are, though.
Yeah. Well, no, I would no.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Most movies now are based on things that already happened.
Well, yeah.
So
let me gather my point for a second.
Okay, yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that Bohemian Rhapsody is kind of an easy movie to make because it's a story that everyone's familiar with and it's already been told, and it's like still kind of relevant because the music is still in a way relevant.
I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot about their story in that movie.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like there's things. It's the movie was still exciting and enjoyable, but like now we're seeing shit about Elton John. Like Elton John has his own movie coming out. I'm sure Kurt Cobain's gonna have a movie in the near future. I'm sure like all these famous stars are gonna have movies.
Yep.
And I mean, they're not exciting to me. I don't know. It's just something about them. It's the same way I don't find like sports video games very exciting, just because I like want to see something new. I want to do something new. You know.
Interesting. I mean, I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with you. I'm definitely gonna see the Elton John movie. I'm hyped to see that. Actually, my dad's like the biggest Elton John fan. Like he's huge into him. So I grew up.
Oh yeah, I'll see it and I'll probably enjoy it. I'm just like I don't think that they should be Academy Award winning films.
Well, it's not really about the story though, because I might be rephrasing there.
Best Picture is the overall one, right?
The overall movie as a whole, because that's the thing. Bohemian Rhapsody, even if the story was predictable, because you kind of know, it was so well done. The acting was great.
Yeah, I mean,
the singing with the music was all really good. It was like put together very well.
Mm-hmm.
Where at the end of the movie, I was satisfied with everything about the movie.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn myself up real quick. I think.
Yeah, you're good.
That's a little bit necessary. I'm not even flashing, am I?
No,
I'm gonna turn you.
But
down.
you are recording.
I'm gonna turn me up. All right. Is that better? Probably.
I mean, we can always adjust it.
It looks better. It looks like we're about even now.
We can always adjust it.
All right. Anyways, as you were saying, sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I wasn't really saying.
Would you have picked Green Book?
Out of those, yeah, I would have.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because I think out of the 4 that I did see, that was the best movie.
All right.
So I agree with him, and that's really. I know the guy from Bohemian Rhapsody won, like I think it was Best Actor in a Major Role or whatever the technical term is for that.
Yeah.
And I thought he was really good in the movie, and he. I don't know. Out of the ones that I saw in that as well, I think.
I don't know.
Film editing.
I don't know about that one.
We're looking at the results right now.
Yeah, we're on Oscar.go.com. We're on the 2019 complete list of winners. Black Panther.
Yeah. So it's funny. A lot of these I didn't even see. First Man, what did that win? Visual effects. Okay. First Man made my top 10 last year, barely. It was a good movie. It was just kind of slow again.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love this short. Bow, the Disney animated short. You saw it.
Okay.
Well, it was in front of Incredibles, like in theaters.
Oh, then yeah, I did see it.
It's the one about the little dumpling. That shit
that was
cried.
A good short.
I watched that with my family, and I cried like next to my mom. We both cried just like watching that.
Those Disney shorts are always really good.
Oh yeah, they're really
like they're. I remember I don't know. Did they stop doing that or did they slow down? Because I remember when I was a kid.
I think after they only do it for like big Pixar animations now.
Because dude, I remember like every movie that Disney put out used to have them. Like when Toy Story was like a thing. Like all the Toy Stories used to have shorts before them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that short actually.
I think
And no talking, right? There was no talking the whole time. I'm like 99% sure, which is cool.
in Bao, yeah, there's no talking.
You can communicate a story with just visuals.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Especially like using the Pixar platform. Like that's so. It's not easy, but it's like people are in love with Pixar.
Someone's making some really good smelling food.
I know.
I smell it.
I think there's someone's grilling outside.
Oh man, it smells really good.
But one thing that I always tell Mitchell is that fucking every time I see him, I ask him if he's seen Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse,
which I haven't
because the
yet.
movie's so good and he needs to see it, and he still hasn't seen it yet, and it just won a goddamn Oscar. Yep. So now are you gonna go see it? Now that it's
if it's still in theaters,
documented, it's not still in theaters.
Well then no.
Well, you can still find it somewhere, right?
Probably. I mean,
it'll probably be on Netflix soon. I hope. No, actually, no, because Marvel's cutting their deal.
Because Disney's doing their own Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should talk about that. Okay, but before we talk about that, we'll get back into this.
I mean,
costume design, Black Panther. Yeah, that's kind of a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Roma movie won a lot. I didn't see it.
It's great.
I will
good.
try and see this now.
Foreign language film. I guess that's the only one up there, right?
Well, I'm sure there were other.
This is all the ones I'm seeing. I'm seeing First Man, Skin, Bow, Shallow, or no, First Man, Skin, Bow. Period. I don't know what that is. Are like the ones that are kind of the odd ones out, because these are like all the ones that are nominated for Best Picture won a lot of other awards.
Yeah, Green Book, Black Panther won a lot of awards. Roma won a lot of awards.
Yeah.
What's it called? Not Shallow. A Star is Born. Shallow was the song.
Everyone on. I'm gonna go off on Lady Gaga for a second.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna piss off Twitter real quick.
Sure.
Everyone's freaking out, saying that like Lady Gaga's the first woman to do all this.
Are people saying that? I've seen a lot of
because she has now. I guess she didn't even write the song. Oh wait, she did write the song.
Yeah, she did. She
did
write the song. She wrote it with other people. She co-wrote the song.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
Okay. Like every song, for those of you that aren't that into music, 99% of what you listen to is co-written. Very rarely is a song written by one person and put out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As a song written by one person.
It's kind of like an essay, huh? You get other people to look at it before you turn it in.
But more than that, it's like okay, so my roommate David and I just wrote a song last night.
Oh, you finished? Was it the one that you had writer's block on?
Yeah, and so we started writing it, and we like wrote it, and we finished it.
Can I hear it after the podcast?
We didn't. I mean, I have a voice memo.
Have you
recording.
recorded? Oh, okay.
I don't have like an actual recording of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we wrote it. We finished writing it last night, and like,
dope. That's great.
It's the two of us, and like, so he's actually putting out his first ever official like release song. I'm not sure.
Debut single.
I'm not sure what it's gonna be called. He wants to call it Questions, but it's also.
Oh, the one you showed me the other day.
The one I showed you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions, and then it's also Make It On Our Own. It might be titled.
I like Questions better.
So that's the thing. So do I.
You hear that?
I think
you hear that, David?
And he's still on the fence about it. So we'll see what he ends up naming it.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
There were so many people involved in that. That's how music is. It's a collaborative thing. It's an art that's collaborative. So you can't really. Yeah. I mean, not that people don't put out their own music that just they wrote, because some people do that, and that's a lot of crazy work.
I guess my criticism with that is I'm a little salty that I feel A Star Is Born was such a bad movie.
I didn't think it was a bad movie, but it was I would say probably the most overrated movie of the year.
Yeah.
Or Black Panther.
Definitely.
One of the two.
Black Panther, I didn't enjoy The Star Is Born, but I really enjoyed Black Panther, so
from an enjoyment perspective,
so I'm kind of exercising a little bias right now.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think both those movies were
good
6 to 7 out of 10 movies.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if someone said, I'm thinking about going to see it, should I see it? I'd probably say, I mean, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. But if someone's like, yeah, was it really good? Should I like for sure see it? I would say, I mean, if it's that, or like, I would have 8 movies to recommend before that. Is what I'm saying. But I didn't think they were bad.
So people thought Black Panther was going to win visual effects. God, the fucking CGI in that movie was atrocious. It was horrible. Remember the end scene with the fucking rhinos?
Now I'm throwing. See, I only saw Black Panther once.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I like
times. Okay,
the end scene with the rhinos.
There was the scene. There was the end battle scene with all the rhinos.
Yeah, see, I get confused really quick. I get confused.
Literally count the pixels on the rhinos running on the screen. It was that bad.
I get confused with the ending scene of Black Panther and the ending scene of the Avengers, Infinity War, because it was on Wakanda.
Oh yeah, it's in the same
So
place.
Exactly. So like, and they're just huge battle scenes. So I kind of mix them up a lot.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've seen Infinity War at least twice, maybe 3 times. But like, so now I just kind of think of that ending when I'm thinking Black Panther, but it's a different movie.
All right. Well, overall, I'm not a big fan of award shows anyways.
Yeah, I think that's that was all the micro in it. Like, we went through each of the individual things. The macro is the whole thing doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Award shows are kind of, I mean, Drake said it at the Grammys, dude, like, you don't need this. You can be successful without this.
And I don't like that, success is defined by these arbitrary awards that people in Hollywood who aren't really in the game decide, So, anyways.
Yeah, and I mean, I think if you talk to a lot of the people that won or were nominated, they're going to give so much praise, at least most of them are, to the other nominees that didn't win.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that kind of shows you the sports is more competitive and it's about the winner, the result, whereas like movies, music,
art in general.
It's art. It's not competitive. You know what I mean? Like, and I think as much as we kind of make it competitive, like who's the best at rapping or whatever, it's like, it's music. It's not supposed to be who's the best. It's
definitely.
Do you like it or not?
Completely agree. Moral of the story, go see Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man. He's told me about 10 times. I will see it at some point.
What did you mention earlier about it was something about,
what did I mention?
I don't know. We said we were going to come back to it. We were just talking about it. God damn it.
I don't know, dude.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you do a weekly podcast. Your
One
mind
thing
just
that I
turns to
did
mush.
kind of want to bring it up, just from on the way over here, I cannot wait for Elon Musk to just change the world. And I don't have to sit in traffic because we recorded this on a Tuesday afternoon, evening, and we normally record on Sunday mornings, or that's like the ideal
we try
time.
to on Sunday morning.
So there's no traffic really. Like, even in the Bay Area, it's like pretty much anywhere in the world on a Sunday morning there shouldn't really be that much traffic. I mean, you'll still get some, obviously, like New York City,
I think you
LA.
were on the road at probably the worst time of day to be on the road.
Not the worst, but like pretty close.
Close to the worst, yeah. If you waited an hour, it would have been even worse.
Oh, yeah. No. For that's what I'm saying. Because I left my house before 4.
So
traffic shouldn't be that bad before 4.
Yeah. I
mean, that bad. Because, dude, it took me, so for the viewers that don't know, ASAP lives south of me, which in the Bay Area, if you're driving south in the evening, it's just ridiculous, right? So, like, I took 101 south for not even that far. Like, I think it's like 7 miles to get to 280 from where I live. Literally, it took me 45 minutes to get here.
I think specifically in San Jose, because if you get up far enough and you're driving north later in the day, it gets worse because it's like
You're talking about the East Bay or like?
Well, like, people gravitate towards the center of the bay because that's where all the shit is, like Google and Netflix and Microsoft and all that. They're all towards the center of the bay, like towards Mountain View, Palo Alto area.
Yeah.
So people are coming from like north and south. I think if you're in San Jose and you're driving south, at the end of the day, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And
that's what happened to me today, because we wanted to record it though because we missed a couple days ago when we were trying to record.
Yeah.
So, but I did not anticipate for it to take that long. It literally
we are both people that enjoy driving,
and it sucked.
And just, I don't know, just something about freeway traffic is just.
And it was kind of raining, and it was just like.
It was raining?
I mean, not raining, but like kind of drizzling.
My window's wet.
It was kind of drizzling, yeah.
I didn't even notice. Yeah.
I know. So yeah, it was just not a. But that's what I was saying. So like Elon, bro, as soon as he finishes his underground tunnel,
but that's gonna be in LA, man. That's not gonna be here.
No, he's making it. LA is like the trial. If he gets, because the whole his idea is, it's impossible to get anything done in LA because you have to get approval everywhere.
Well, what I don't like about what he's doing is that it's all car based. Like, he's doing shit for cars, which is like, it's nice.
I mean, he is like the CEO of a car company.
Well, I understand that, but he could apply that technology to public transport and just make everyone's life easier, you know?
Well, he's doing
Did you I'm going to pull up the animation of, like, the boring company tunnel.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I've seen it.
I'm gonna pull up real quick because I haven't watched it in a while.
But he's doing like a Another thing too, it's like some super quick like bullet train or something like that. I don't really know exactly.
Oh, he is.
I'm kind of from LA to the Bay, because he does a ton of work up here in Fremont, is where the Tesla factory is. So he's in the Bay Area like 2-3 days a week.
I don't know.
And then he's in LA the other days.
I don't know if it's gonna play on the speakers.
We're gonna experience some technical difficulties.
Oh, dope. CNBC's not gonna hack me, are they?
We'll see.
Nope. Okay. All right.
And so they went in this video, because it was like the first time they were actually letting the public kind of view it. They went really slow.
Yeah.
But it's still like way faster than if you're stuck in traffic, right?
Okay. Jesus Christ, what just happened?
Coming through the speakers, dude.
This is the entrance to Elon Musk's high-speed loop tunnel. Now this is a modified Model X. They were giving demonstration rides today. Look at these alignment wheels down here on the front. They're attached to the 2 front wheels on the Model X. They run along track walls inside the tunnel. That keeps the Model X on course. What's it like to go for a ride through the high-speed loop tunnel? Let's give you a peek.
So is the car driving?
No.
The car's not driving.
No.
Its wheels are touching the ground. I think they are.
I don't think the car is driving.
I think you're wrong.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they are driving. Because the Teslas can go that fast, right?
Yeah, they can.
$10 million to build 1.14 mile long tunnel. Yeah, they are driving. So I think some side wheels attached to your car, and then you just gun it, and then you just.
So I know for sure so to build that, they were starting from scratch. They had never built anything, so it cost a lot of money for them to do that.
Yeah.
But once they monetize it and know what they're doing,
well, yeah,
it's gonna be it's like
and plus he's stupid rich, and he's funding it entirely.
But I mean,
himself.
stupid rich is relative. He is really rich, but not even close to like.
Well, rich enough to afford
Bezos.
a $10 million tunnel, right?
I mean,
Bezos isn't that rich anymore. Remember?
I guess so. Still, he's
$70 billion.
He's still 500 times richer than Elon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
what is up with these?
I mean, anyway, that tunnel thing. Once they actually monetize it and they know what they're doing with it, it's gonna be way. I think it's like, I don't want to say the stat wrong. I believe it's like 10 times cheaper than like the New York subway tunnels. How much they cost to build?
Like maintenance and stuff.
Exactly. Like if you were like to compare that, it's just like.
Well, because the vehicle is your own vehicle, so they don't have to worry about. I'm sure.
No, but I don't even think it's. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to misquote anything.
Yeah.
But the point is, traffic will be substantially better once these things are done.
All praise.
And
Elon
like,
Musk.
so, dude, literally on the way here today, some guy got super mad at me on the road. For no reason. That's the thing. It's like, I understand if like I cut you off or something like I don't know. People get mad. But literally like the guy was just assuming that I was going to let him merge when he didn't have a signal. I didn't even know he was trying to merge. He just kind of like he almost literally crashed into me, so I honked at him, and then he turns around and starts yelling at me. And I'm like, dude, like I what did you want me to do?
You were in the Porsche?
No, I was in my dad's car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was just kind of ridiculous.
Because whenever I'm driving with you, I notice people around us have more road rage than when I'm in my car. Or the car that I drive. Are
you saying I'm a bad driver?
No, I think people get more mad at sports cars.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's kind of like how cops pull over Mustangs like more than any other kind of car.
Interesting. You know? And red cars. I know like red
yeah.
cars. Like that's interesting.
So the cops are like bulls. They see red and they just get
go
angry.
for the blood, dude. I feel it. But yeah, no, some guy just got really mad, and I'm just like, I wasn't mad about it, but it's also just like, if these tunnels were a thing and people, because I think the reason he's probably so mad is he knows he's going to be stuck in traffic for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, if he's having to deal with all this stuff, not that I even did anything to him, but it's like people just get irritated with traffic, you know, and they like get really bad road rage. And that affects, and we could go into all the other things, it affects, you know, quality of life. And if you spend 2 hours a day commuting to work, an hour there, an hour back, that's just brings your quality of life way down. You get way less time to do everything.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you smirking about?
I mentioned to Mitchell one of the things that has been making me laugh a lot recently is the anti-vax memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pull it up. I don't know what he's talking about.
So it's just shit like this, man. It's such in poor taste, and it's so it's such a horrible thing to laugh at. So basically, the caption is when unvaccinated kids turn 3, and it's a screen cap of Thanos during Infinity War when he says, "You're quite the fighter." Bro, this one's funny. They're just I have like hundreds more.
I haven't even seen any of those on Twitter.
I don't know what that is. That's just
I don't know what that is either, dude.
Oh god, yeah. I have a lot that I just don't want to sift through right now.
Yeah.
That's like, I think that's one of, it's so funny because usually memes are like, they trigger people, you know how Twitter is, like, people get mad at stuff for no apparent reason, but I think everyone's on board with the anti-vax memes.
Okay. I mean,
I'm surprised you haven't seen a lot of them.
No, I haven't seen any of them, dude. As much as everyone can be on board, because not everyone is ever going to be on board, ever, with anything.
Well, yeah.
But I see what you're saying. Kind of like the unpopular opinions, where it's like, people say unpopular, it's like everyone agrees, dude. It's
that, and these two kind of go hand in hand. It's that and the memes about, like pyramid schemes, and how like people I know, are like getting involved in pyramid schemes, like selling essential oils and like
I know
hair products and shit. It's funny.
It's
it's a riot. I fucking love it.
I know, that's true. I mean, the internet has created a lot of just different situations that never used to be situations at all, where it's like they theoretically could have been. Yeah. But the internet made everything connected, so now it's like everything that could have been, obviously not everything, but like a lot of things that could have happened before but didn't happen because they weren't possible, the internet made things possible. So the world's just totally different. I mean, like, with everything, right? Yeah,
like one thing I'm noticing recently is that I used to see memes when I was like younger. I didn't really get them because most of them applied to adults, but now that I'm starting to be an adult, I'm getting them more, and like I'm seeing either myself or people that I know in these situations, which just makes it way funnier. Because like I'm living that, or someone I know is living that. You know, it's just, I don't know.
I definitely.
It's making the internet even better. The older I get, the more funnier it gets. It's great
experience, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely, like, not necessarily older, but just like, it's kind. I guess it goes hand in hand. Just like being, like, I'm thinking about buying a car, like right now, like kind of starting to look into like financing and like that kind of stuff for cars.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
another
like,
Porsche.
I can't afford that, man. But just looking at at all these different kinds of things, and it's like you have so much more perspective when you're older.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like when you're younger, a lot of jokes kind of just, even with like going back to movies, we're kind of like wrapping around to where we started. I'll watch movies that I saw maybe 6 years ago, and I thought they were good movies, or thought they were bad movies or whatever, and I'm rewatching, and it's like I get the movie so much more though now. Yeah. Where it's like, because so many just subtle jokes flew over my head.
Like I was watching I don't know why, but I was watching SpongeBob the other day.
Okay, yeah.
And there's some, like, the earlier episodes, and there's so many like jokes that are way too inappropriate to like be putting in a kid's show.
And you don't understand them.
And you don't get them. They just like, it's not even that you don't even get them. It's just like very subtle humor that isn't really supposed to be recognized, that you just get as an adult. You're like, oh wait, that was hella funny. Like there's a scene. Exactly. There's a scene in actually, never mind. That's kind of a little convoluted.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the part of the reason I really like Green Book. I'm really big on like subtle jokes.
Yeah, me too.
And Green Book had a lot of like just the way they were doing things. That scene where
I think that's in movies like Green Book, where the script isn't really all there. I think the actors really shine, and those two actors in that movie did a fantastic job.
The two main guys.
With what they had to work with. Yeah.
No, because my favorite scenes in the whole movie, like, normally were the two of them in the car.
Yeah. Just going back.
You know what I mean? Where like just subtle things where like his wife gives him 2 sandwiches at the beginning of the movie. He's like, "Oh, here's one for the doctor and one for you," and he eats his, and then he starts looking over and it has the doctor's name on it. And then you just see the next scene is him like just chowing down on it. It's like there's funny things like that where it's like it's implied that he just took the guy's sandwich because he doesn't give a fuck about the guy.
Yeah.
Or but they never said that. It was just like they showed him looking at it and then they just show him eating it. Where it's like subtle humor like that is what I really like.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and alienate half the audience right now and talk about video games for a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, alienate half the podcast members too, because I don't know anything about video
Have you
games.
played Apex Legends?
No, but I know a lot of people are playing it right now.
Okay, it's free. You should get it.
Okay.
I hate the game.
It's a battle royale, right?
I hate it. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think I mean, because
I don't know.
You exclusively play free games, and by exclusively play free games, I mean he plays one free game, and that's Fortnite.
I don't even, and that's the thing. I don't even really play Fortnite anymore either. It's like I probably played Fortnite twice in the last month.
Yeah, because none of our friends are.
And not even that. Anymore. It's just
You just been busy?
Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't been focusing on that as much, I guess, which is not a bad thing.
Okay.
But and even in my peak, if you want to call it that, Fortnite playing, I wasn't playing daily. Like I played,
really?
I played like 5 days a week or 6 days a week for a little while.
Gotcha.
But honestly, only for like a 2-3 month period, and then it was like, I don't know. I don't know.
I've been like everyone in the house is playing it now. And I don't.
Apex.
I just hate it. I don't know what it is.
It's
very. You ever played Halo as a kid?
Not really. I mean, I did play like occasionally at friends' houses, but
Okay.
I didn't play video games as a kid. That's like
Really.
not. I
You
mean,
played
not
Pokemon as a kid.
when I was really, really little. Like I'm talking.
What video game can we talk about that you know?
The ones I would know most would be Pokemon.
Okay.
Like
dope.
on like Game Boy and DS. That was like probably my biggest ever video game.
But why didn't you play video games as a kid?
I don't know. I was really into sports. I was always doing sports, and then I was into music. So it was like my time indoors would be spent playing piano,
Yeah.
not playing video games.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just when I was a kid, I didn't really. I mean, I did play Pokemon quite a bit. Like when especially I think the most I played was probably like was it middle school, like 5th, 6th grade, when it was like Pokemon Pearl on the DS. I remember I almost have clocked 300 hours playing that game.
Great game.
Something ridiculous.
I played the ever living shit out of Pokemon. Like
No,
all the
same.
games.
That was the one video game like I definitely like can relate to when people talk about it for sure. But like other than that, like I wasn't big on like COD when everyone else was playing like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. Like I mean I played at friends' houses, but I never had a PS. We did have a PS3. My brother got one, and now he has PS4. And I just recently bought my own PS4 used. But honestly, like I'm not even looking back on it. I don't think that was worth it.
I
Like
think it was worth it. We could have bought more mics. And,
I spent $160 on PS4, which is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But it's also like, and then I bought a monitor that was like 100-ish.
Yeah, you bought the same one that I.
No, I bought a different one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I was gonna buy this one, but then it was like they didn't have it at the store. I was gonna have to buy it online, and I've had experience with stuff getting stolen in front of my house. I was like,
Gotcha. This one is real. People always come in here and they're like, "Why do your computer screen so wide?"
Yeah.
And then I pull up shit like GarageBand or like video editing software or like stuff like that, and people are like, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah.
Because it's so nice for stuff like that. Like that's why I recommend this one to you, because you edit music a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it would be like just the real estate alone is like great.
I know a lot of people like at Berkeley, the college that I was going to, had just huge monitors.
Yeah.
And then like
the
anytime they
the
were
curved
actually
ones, right?
Yeah, curved ones, and like anytime they were actually like going in and like going through the tracks and things like that or mixing.
Yeah.
It made it so much easier with a huge monitor because they would have so much stuff pulled up to do things, and it was just like really convenient.
A fire truck that just went by that reminded me of a story that happened today. You ever just like just speaking of weird reactions with people?
Okay.
So we had to call this guy because we have this bay alarm, fire alarm that's like required for most apartment style houses.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of people living here. And one problem we've been having recently is just that it's been going off way too much. Not the actual fire alarm, but
the smoke detector.
The smoke detector's been going off, and when a smoke detector goes off in a room, it like sets off the alarm downstairs.
Yeah, it happened in my apartment in Boston. Same thing. Yeah.
And it's not the full fire alarm. It's not, because we have real fire alarms that are loud as shit.
Yeah.
Like the school ones.
But it's just annoying.
It's just like a little beep
that
comes on.
No,
So
I know exactly what you're talking
beeps all the time, and we don't know why. And we would go and check like the analytics on like individual smoke detectors in different rooms. We chose specific rooms for specific reasons. I'm sure you can imagine why.
Yeah.
and nothing was setting those off, so we didn't know what it was, and it would just keep beeping, and we would have to go and like manually reset it every time to like turn the beeping off. But then of course 5 minutes later it would just turn right back on.
At least you could though.
Yeah.
Because dude, this happened. The same exact thing happened in my apartment in Boston, and because the buildings are so old in Boston, and when I say so old, I mean the building I was living in was probably 250, 300 years old.
Oh Jesus.
And it's just like they're all brick buildings. That's Boston
crazy.
is. It's like just old buildings.
Yeah.
And so the smoke detector was hardwired into like the electricity of the building.
Into the bricks and everything.
You couldn't just go reset it. Oh, so like I was like trying to call the landlord. I was like, eventually I like called like.
Oh, so it would go off like in your room or just like.
It wouldn't go off all the time, but it did happen this one time, and I was like, oh, you can just turn it off, right? Because that's how it is at my house. I figured you could just go reset it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't reset it. I was like, what?
Really?
Why can't? So I was trying to call the landlord, but it was like a Sunday. Landlord wasn't picking up.
Gotcha.
And then so I ended up calling like the fire department. They sent a fire truck out with like sirens. I'm like, this isn't that big of a deal. Nothing's going on. But did
you call the fire department or did you hit 911?
No, yeah, I called 911 because I didn't. That's
gotcha.
why, and I get it. So it's definitely my fault. But like,
there's like a non-emergency number for like police and fire. Yeah.
But as soon as I like called them, I was like, this isn't an emergency. But anyway, so they came out and like. They didn't help. They didn't know what to do. It's like,
because they didn't make the fire alarm.
No, I know, but it's like I didn't know who to call. Landlord wasn't answering. I couldn't do it.
Was it like a brand or was it just a generic looking?
I don't even remember, dude. Okay. But I just remember eventually the landlord had to come out, or he sent someone out to turn it off. Well, but it was like that's what happens in the building. You have to do that.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. It's like, are you kidding me?
So we have Bay Alarm, and we called Bay Alarm, and they sent down like a technician to come take a look at it, and this guy was the like weirdest. Craziest motherfucker I've ever interacted with.
Really?
So our the guy who owns the house we had him call the.
Yo.
What's up? I'm in the middle of something. Recording the podcast. Come back in like 20 minutes.
Every podcast we get the interruption.
Every podcast. That's the daily or the weekly podcast interruption.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, so we had the guy who owns the place call Bay Alarm, so they sent a technician down, and he kind of just let himself in and started getting to work and everything. And so I went downstairs and said, "Oh, hey, you must be the guy that the owner called. My name's Andrew. Let me know if you need anything." And he was like, "All right." didn't even look at me, just like looking at the circuit board and just
he didn't give a shit about you, dude.
He was like, "All right," and I was like, "Did the guy who called explain the issue that we're having?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it. I can see the issue from a mile away." Still hasn't even looked at me once. And so I'm just like, all right, just went about my business. And then my friend walked in from the gym, and he went up to the guy. I was like, "Oh, hey, my name's Justin. Were you able to figure out what was wrong with it?" And he was like, "I'm just standing in the doorway, just watching this guy work." and the guy goes, I forget. Let me try to remember what he said. He said, "Nope, I figured it out." And he was like, "Oh, you don't need like help or anything?" He was like, first time he looked at anyone, looks at my friend, says, "I know everything. I'm not from this planet."
What?
This guy, Justin, just like kind of like froze. He just didn't know what to do.
That's just weird.
And the guy just like looked back and started continuing his work, and he just like wrapped it up.
Huh. Well, did he fix it at least?
Yeah, he fixed it.
Okay.
Or no, he didn't fix it. He just turned it off. And then he's gonna come back and like put in a new power supply later. But when he finished his job, he like me and my friend were like just making food in the kitchen, and he comes up to us and he's like, "All right, it's all taken care of. I'll be back in a couple of days to bring a new power supply. Stay frosty."
Stay frosty? Yeah. What a weirdo, dude! I don't understand people like that.
It was just like. It was way funnier, like being there, just because of his mannerisms and shit like that. But God, this guy was so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
And he was like, he skipped when he went out the back door. He like skipped to his van.
I don't know.
Just drove off.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
It was so weird.
That sounds really weird.
Oh my God.
I was gonna bring something up. I don't really remember what it was. Oh, we talked because we also last time talked about smoke detectors and fire alarms or something weird. I don't know how that came up last time.
Yeah, because I told a story about someone who saw a fire alarm.
Oh yeah.
Smoking too much weed.
Liam, our friend Liam was like, "Dude, you should have called out ASAP for setting out our setting off our detector in Waikiki.
Oh God!
So I had to sneak that in this episode.
I fucking remember that. You want to tell that story? That was.
I
so
mean,
funny.
there wasn't.
It's actually not much of a story.
There's not that much of a story. Like, you were the one cooking. So ASAP was cooking. We all went to Hawaii for like senior year trip after senior year before college. So we all went to Hawaii, and we were staying in this hotel. And
I wasn't staying in the same hotel with them. I was in a different hotel.
Different hotel, but he came over to our room and was cooking.
We went to the grocery store, got like stuff for food, and then I made food for everybody.
And the smoke detector went off in our hotel. And I just remember like,
I tried to cook steak inside, which was an awful idea because the stovetop had no hood, so I was literally just pouring smoke into the not very well ventilated apartment.
I just thought that was funny that like Liam, because it didn't even cross my mind last time we were talking about it. Smoke detectors and like
we spent hours trying to get smoke out of that place. And for a while, it still smelled pretty bad.
That was just funny though that Liam was like, dude, you should have called out ASAP on the podcast. I was like, dude, next time I'll do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to get a ticket, so I should probably.
How long have we been going?
Probably like 40 minutes.
A good while. Oh, yeah. Really? That long? Okay.
30-ish.
Well, I think it might be a little bit of a short one because we usually go a
little bit longer.
But anyways, thanks for listening. Again, my name's Andrew.
And I'm Mitchell.
And thanks for listening to the 5th episode of the Nobody Asked podcast. A little bit of news update quick before we end. We are now available on Spotify. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that on the podcast, but we're now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which is awesome. We finally got approved for that, so you guys can find us on there if you search Nobody Asked podcast.
And we've been on Spotify, I know, for like a little while.
Yeah.
But Apple just got approved. It's funny, Apple's like so much more like
they take a while.
Official and delayed with everything. It's like you can't just put it on there. It's got to be approved.
Exactly. But we're now on those platforms. I'll provide links in the description of this video or in the description on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So, all right. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Cool. Listening, I guess.
Yeah.
Not watching, but.
All right. See ya.
Love me forever. That's all I ask of you. Love me forever. That's all I ask of you.
Don't gifts get rewrapped? That shit could get sticky like tree sap. I gave you free raps. That shit sound like free facts, which is about as common as free blacks. Stuck like freeze tag for one of these random police stops. Look like the treetops soon as the breeze stops. And once the debris drops, the streets 400 degrees hot. Please, man, we need some freeze pops. What in the world for the man?